Welcome to our deep dive into the foundational principles of AI Zero Trust. This video is designed for cybersecurity professionals, IT managers, and anyone involved in securing modern enterprise networks. Understanding these tenets is crucial for building robust, adaptive security architectures that can withstand evolving threats. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear grasp of how Tenet 6 contributes to a dynamic and resilient security posture, enabling you to implement more effective Zero Trust strategies in your organization. Zero Trust is a security model based on the principle of never trust, always verify. It fundamentally shifts security from a perimeter-based approach to one focused on continuous validation of every user, device, and application attempting to access network resources. AI Zero Trust leverages artificial intelligence to enhance this model, making authentication and authorization decisions more intelligent, adaptive, and automated. This integration allows for real-time threat detection and response, ensuring that trust is never implicitly granted. Tenet 6 states that all resource authentication and authorization are dynamic and strictly enforced before access is allowed. This isn't a one-time check, but a constant, ongoing cycle. It means that every attempt to access a resource, regardless of its origin, must undergo rigorous authentication and authorization processes that adapt to changing conditions and threats. Dynamic authentication moves beyond static passwords or single-factor verification. It incorporates multiple factors, contextual information, and continuous monitoring to verify the identity of a user or device. For example, it might consider location, device health, time of day, and typical user behavior to determine the level of trust. If any of these factors change, the system can dynamically re-authenticate the user or device. Beyond authentication, authorization must also be strictly enforced and dynamic. This means that even after a user or device is authenticated, their permissions to access specific resources are continuously evaluated based on their current context and the sensitivity of the data. Access is granted only when all conditions are met and the trust level is sufficient, preventing unauthorized access even from seemingly trusted entities. This principle ensures that least privilege is applied at all times. This isn't a static security posture. It's a constant cycle of obtaining access, scanning and assessing threats, adapting, and continually reevaluating trust in ongoing communication. Think of it as a perpetual security audit happening in real time, adapting to the ever-changing threat landscape. The cycle begins with obtaining initial access. When a user or device attempts to connect to a resource, they must first satisfy the initial authentication and authorization requirements. This could involve biometric scans, multi-factor authentication, or device health checks. This initial hurdle ensures that only legitimate entities can even begin to interact with the system. Once initial access is granted, the system immediately moves into scanning and assessing threats. This involves continuous monitoring for anomalies, suspicious activities, and potential vulnerabilities. AI plays a crucial role here, analyzing vast amounts of data to identify patterns indicative of a threat. This proactive approach helps detect breaches before they can cause significant damage. Based on the threat assessment, the system adapts. If a threat is detected or the risk level changes, security policies are automatically updated. This could mean revoking access, isolating a compromised device, or initiating additional authentication challenges. This adaptability ensures that the security posture remains resilient in the face of evolving threats. Finally, trust is continually reevaluated throughout the entire communication session. Even if a user was initially authenticated and authorized, their trust score can decrease if their behavior becomes suspicious or if new threats emerge. This continuous reevaluation ensures that trust is never static and is always reflective of the current risk level. The importance of Tenet 6 in ongoing communication cannot be overstated. In today's dynamic environments, where users access resources from various locations and devices, continuous monitoring and dynamic enforcement are essential. It ensures that security is an active, living process, not just a one-time gate. This continuous feedback loop fortifies the network against persistent and evolving threats. These principles are firmly rooted in the NIST Special Publication 800-207, which provides a comprehensive guide to implementing Zero Trust architecture. Tenet 6 is a cornerstone of this framework, emphasizing the need for dynamic and adaptive security controls in a modern enterprise environment. In conclusion, Tenet 6 of AI Zero Trust is vital for building a truly resilient and adaptive cybersecurity framework. By embracing dynamic authentication, strict authorization, and a constant cycle of verification and adaptation, organizations can significantly enhance their security posture. This approach ensures that access is always granted based on current trust levels, protecting critical resources from even the most sophisticated attacks. Implement Tenet 6 to transform your security from static to dynamic, making your organization more secure and resilient.